But they kept on and they kept on, and the fervor kept up because these crowds were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, there's one where they're on a hill and there's like 5,000 people, you know, and that's just one sermon. That's just one lecture, right? They see this man, he has these giant crowds, and the crowds want him to be their king. We need you, we want you to be our king, because this system is all corrupt, right? We need someone like you to be our king. You're so wise, you're so compassionate, you know. The people, thousands and thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people were behind him saying, we want you to be our king. Thousands and hundreds of thousands. So the people in charge, the powers that be saw this, and they saw that what the words that he was speaking were so true that they had to figure out a way to get rid of this man. And they took lies to the government above them. They took lies to them. You know, they tried to portray him as something evil, when even Pilate says this man is innocent. I see nothing wrong with anything. He spoke with Jesus. But they kept pushing, they kept pushing, they kept pushing. So when he finally said, he washed his hands, he said, I hand them over to you, y'all do as you will. You know? And in so being, he washed his hands and he gave them what they wanted, which was for him to be crucified, to be killed. This man who was going around town talking to people about changing their lives, about being good to each other, about loving each other. This man who went around to different towns, to different people, telling them, be good to each other, change your ways for the betterment of all of us. This man that did that, the powers that be didn't like that, and they wanted him dead. And they succeeded in getting their way. So even Pilate says, oh, so you want to throw it on me? What the hell? That's why it was so messed up. It was so messed up because society is all messed up. You know, Pilate did his best, but the fervor and the people and everybody just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and he gave in. And they killed him. A man who wanted to change his society, his neighborhood, his tribe, his city, his state. He saw how bad it had become, and he wanted to change it, and he understood that because we're corrupt, people get corrupted, and our leaders get corrupted, and he understood that we're all gonna represent each other. You know, we're gonna lead each other. So among us, our leaders, you know, the elect or whatever, you have to be a good person. Your heart has to be pure. Your mind has to be pure. You have to be right with yourself. You have to be right with nature, right? With God. You have to be right with the laws. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of people that he knew that we needed in society to lead us. Moral people, good, prudent, guided, you know, wisdom, all these things. Those are the folks who need to lead us in society. Because the church, the ecclesia, is democracy. The ecclesia was where people would come and vote for laws in the Greek states. And Jesus says, I will build my ecclesia on this rock, on these foundation of how to treat each other. I will build my governing system through you, through each and every one of you, by changing yourself. When you change yourself, society will change.